evening, everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are all doing blessed. My name is 𝓏𝓲𝓪𝓵, and I just want to welcome you guys all back to another episode of Project. This is Miami Carnival Recap brought to you by GenX Carnival. Again, thank you to all our sponsors who make this possible. Shout out Duke and Dame and Michelle Minotti Wax Aesthetics. I'm actually having a little bit of Duke and Dame. Oh, let me get this in the camera here. An adult beverage today. So Duke and Dame. It is a salted caramel flavored whiskey, and I am having it with some lemonade. So cheers to everyone. Happy Thursday. It's almost the weekend. It's the day before the weekend. So happy weekend. Shout out Duke and Dame. Thank you for my delicious tasting adult beverage. This is really good, guys. Definitely check them out. Duke and Dame. Mixed with a little lemonade. It's nice and smooth and easy, nothing too harsh. Almost the end of the week. So on today's show, we will be reliving the memories of Carnival. I hope you guys are excited because I'm really excited. I have some amazing guests that will be joining me to talk about, their Miami Carnival experience and all the greatness that it was. As you guys know as well, our theme was Immortals for this year. Shout out to everyone that played with GenX Carnival for both Juve as well as Mass. We appreciate you guys. I'm positive you guys had an amazing time, as I did as well. But shout out everyone that supported us and has been rocking with us from day one. We love you guys and we thank you guys for being here with us. I would like to take this time to shout out our section designers. They did an amazing job. The costumes were absolutely beautiful. First one being Athena, which was designed by 𝓏𝓪𝓵. We have Artemis, which was Sean Danraj out of Trinidad and Carnival D. Persephone, David Dewar, also out of Trinidad, and that was powered by Titan Promotions. We had Calypso, which was designed by Exalt, as well as Psyche, that was David Dewar again from Trinidad, powered by Love, Peace, and Soca. And Celine, designer David Dewar, powered by the Monarch Encounter and Scion Carnival. 𝐏𝐑𝐎𝐉𝐄𝐂𝐓 was designed by Lila Nicole, powered exclusively by Swanky out of Cayman Islands. Dionysus, designed by Jen Ford, and that was also by Vita Barbados. Electra, designed by Carnival D, and that was powered by 𝓜𝓲𝓪𝓶𝓲 Band out of New York City. And Kratos, which was designed by Curtis Eustace, powered by Eustace Mass Designs. So round of applause to all of our designers. Again, the sections were absolutely magnificent. The colors, everything came together so beautifully. And I can't wait for to be on the road, GenX Carnival 2022. Like, I feel like this all came and went so quickly, and I am ready to be back on the road again with GenX Carnival. So without further ado, I have a beautiful young lady that I will be chatting with first. Most of you guys know her. I'm sure you've seen her on the Carnival circuit. But if you don't know her, I would like to introduce Carnival Bae. Hi. Let me meet you there.
Hello,
Welcome.
everyone.
So we have the carnivalist. You go from carnival to carnival, bringing that beautiful smile everywhere that you go. Let's talk Miami Carnival. So you were down here, you played with GenX, your friends were here. What was that experience like for you? You're in Toronto, so I know that things have been on like major lockdown for the. I used
Yeah,
to live in Toronto. I know what's happening. It's terrible, but safety first, right? So I
absolutely.
know that you have been pretty much homebound for the past little while. So what was
Yep,
it like to actually be outside, be on the road, put on a costume, what was that experience like for you?
definitely. So it was, as you said, like it's complete lockdown here. So to know that, Miami was going to happen was huge for me, huge for my friends. So it was, oh my goodness, like just the emotion behind it, it was overwhelming. And to actually live the moment of carnival once again, after 2 years of not being to any carnival it was so emotional. There were moments where, we stepped back and just stopped for a second and just looked at what we were experiencing, what we were doing in that moment. And it was crazy because 5 months prior, 6 months prior, we didn't know when the next carnival would be. We didn't know when we would get to put on a costume, play mass, and hear soca music outside. So it was just a beautiful, beautiful feeling.
Mm, always on mute. So why do you think why should people come to Miami Carnival? Because you've been to Cropover, you've done Toronto Carnival, you're actually the face of the festival. Congratulations on
Yes.
that. I
Thank
mean,
you.
they couldn't have a more beautiful face.
Thank you.
So why should people come to Miami Carnival? What is the selling point? What are the top three things you would say are the selling point for you for people to come here?
I would say one, okay, so if you can't make it to an island carnival, I think Miami's probably the closest. You have the environment, it looks like the Caribbean. So that's number one. Number two, the costumes are gorgeous. I think they are the closest to what I've seen, to Trinidad, especially this year. They were bigger and better than I've ever seen. And if you've always aspired to go to Trinidad, I think, Miami and the designers that design for Miami as well are they're designing for these bands, and you're gonna get some quality costumes. They are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And number three, I think the vibe is just there's something about Miami Carnival. I haven't put my finger on it, but you hear the different music, and some people, only want to hear soca when they're on road, and I get that. And I guess that's the best, having the best of both worlds. Like, I'm Bajan and Jamaican, so I love hearing, old school reggae. I love hearing soca. I love hearing the mix of everything. So I find that, you get the best of both worlds. You get to hear both genres of music and more.
I totally agree with that. Now, what is your top two songs from Miami Carnival? Like what song came on every party on the road at Juve that had you bent over doing the 630?
All of them. Bralin was definitely number one. I was looking forward to hearing that song again. The Bajan side of me took over, and so Bralin and probably Warming Up. Those two were probably the biggest tracks
Adamo, the
for
ladies really
me.
like Adamo. Lovely. And you came down here with your friends. Did you come down with anyone else? Was family here? Did you guys roll together? Were there, like, how was that? How did you guys gel? Because when there's so many people moving around, one of the segments we did before was like, what were the to-dos when you come to Miami Carnival and what were the not to-dos? So what was it like moving around with a bunch of people? What was that energy like?
Absolutely. So usually the 2 years before that I've gone, I've come down with family and friends that have become family. This year, they chose not to play mass, and I completely understand. It's a lot. So this year, actually, we so I went down with my road partner, my carnival rider Mr. Get Mad B. You guys have probably seen him in the pictures that I posted. So we came down, but we came down with two of our friends that we met in Toronto actually less than a year ago, in the fitness world, and found out that we were all soca lovers. So that worked out perfectly. We came down together. They had been to Miami Carnival as well, and they actually introduced us to a couple of fests that I've never been to. It was Get Mad's first time. It was my third, but they introduced us to fests that I've never gone to. So that was really nice. And you know what? Everything just worked out smoothly. When you travel with some people and you find out I don't like you, or we can't go places together, it was nothing like that. Everything was perfect. I couldn't ask for, like, a better road crew. And so I'm sure we'll be back to different carnivals, Miami for sure, with the same crew, and hopefully to build a team. But it was good.
Awesome. And I'm always so happy to hear positive reviews, because like you said, sometimes you travel with people and it might be a sticky situation because the
Absolutely.
personalities and maybe someone wants to go here and the other person doesn't.
Exactly.
So I'm really, really glad to know that you had a great time. I see that we have guests coming in one by one over here, so I'm going to bring them on shortly. What is your most memorable moment throughout the entire carnival? So, what is that one moment that stands out to you that you're like, this is the reason that I'm coming back to Miami Carnival?
Jeez. This one was hard. I must say, I there were tons of moments that I, really really sat there and was like, oh my goodness, this is a great moment. So it's really hard to choose. Road will always be my number one. It's something about putting on a costume and being just engulfed in the love of our culture. And so that'll always be my number one. But I went to SSS Blue for the first time this year, and it was a close second. It was a close second. It was I can't even describe the vibes that fete was. So Road and SSS Blue were probably my top. I would say that those moments will never be forgotten.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to have one of our other guests join the conversation.
All
Bringing to
right.
the stage, we have Mr. Aaron Fingal.
Hello.
Oh, you look like you're in like a sauna or like
Right?
a tanning bed, or what is happening over there?
Okay, so my ring light is like burnt orange and a little tan too. I'm gonna try to fix it but don't worry about that. You're hearing me clearly, right?
Yes, 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 yes. You look very, Caribbean and
For
golden
sure.
over there.
Alright, let me see. That's too dark. Alright, we had to work with the burn vibes.
It's okay. It's giving you a little glow, so we can see you.
Y'all hearing me clearly, right?
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Everybody, well, I'm blessed.
Amazing.
I'm doing good. I'm excited to, sit and chat with my carnivalist friends, my industry friends. We're just doing a little carnival recap. A lot of people, have been asking how was Miami Carnival, those who didn't attend, what was the vibe like. So I'm just chatting with a few people that, were here to experience it firsthand. So that they know not to miss it next year. What was your carnival experience like? Because you came out of Trinidad. Same kind of thing as Carnival Bay. She was in Toronto on lockdown for a while, so you kind of stepped right into it. So, what was that vibe for you?
My carnival experience was euphoric. It was amazing. Like, okay, so as you say, I came out of Trinidad, and for my friends and fam here vibing with us, if you know me, you know that I've been working in carnival my entire life. Since I came out of college, or just before I actually came out of college, I joined the Tribe family in Trinidad. I've been working behind the scenes with carnival. I started as a DJ. I've been DJing for years on the soca scene. So for me, it was just so exciting to get back out on the road, get on a big truck and you're hearing big speakers vibrating your chest. Like, I haven't had that in such a long, long time. Of course, you play music at home, but it's nothing like when that soca hits you that first time you reach on the road. And especially as this is the first time in my life that I haven't been on the road for carnival in over a year, and I'm sure for you all it's been the same experience.
Yep.
And especially, as I said, working in carnival as well, it's something that's very special to me. So when I first got out on the road, and then DJ Charlotte and I, we were one of the first. We played fairly early, so we got to start off the vibes in GenX. So we were playing when the truck took off for the first time. And
Oh,
that
so you
was,
guys set the tone for the
Yep.
road.
yeah, man. We had to set the tone. We had to set the tone right. And Charlotte bringing the vibes too.
Yes,
So,
my girl Charlotte doing her thing.
so that was the highlight for me. Getting to start off the vibes, and of course getting back on the road for the first time in 2 years. It was an amazing experience. And for the people who was there, they would understand. If you miss it, next year you'll have to try and come and feel that vibes with us again. But if you was there, you will understand what it was like, because it for a lot of us, it was our first time back on the road and really experiencing the culture that we love so much.
Yep.
So I didn't see you on the road because everybody was busy and doing their thing.
Yeah.
Now, were you actually in costume?
I was not in costume. No, I was not in costume. I came to
But
work, so I
how
came.
you could jump out for the first time after the pandemic and not put on a little short pants on, at least like a little shoulder situation?
Now,
Chest
for
piece.
me, the costumes is for the ladies too, now, boys. So yes, I don't want to take up feathers and waste the feathers when that could go towards the ladies now. So I decided to let the ladies have the costumes. So it's not about me, it's about the women. So they could have the costumes and all that stuff. I was real cool in my living local t-shirt and my short pants. I run out in the streets and I was good. I didn't need the costume. But from what I saw, and as a next thing too, as someone who has not touched the road in so long, the first time you're seeing thousands of ladies in costumes on the road in the hot sun, it's like anybody who's played mass before, and you haven't done it in a while, it hard to explain. It hard to explain. It was just happiness to be back. It was happiness to be back. But I didn't need no costume. I was good.
By the way, congratulations. Living Local is now shipping internationally. Bap, 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 bap.
Yeah, you're paying,
So,
Kara, that's why I like you, you know, you've been paying attention. Yeah, man, thanks. You've been working
yes, I
hard
do.
behind the scenes. It's available international in US, UK, Canada, and 99% of the Caribbean.
Amazing. Congrats on that endeavor. It's very dope.
Thank you
So
very
make sure you
much.
guys check it out. Live in Local. He has an Instagram page and you can check it on his page as well. So Carnival Babe, which costume did you play in?
I played in Celine.
Ooh, why don't you tell us a little bit about, what color that was for the people that actually didn't make it on the road? Were you frontline? Were you backline? Were you fully clothed? Were you kind of half naked? What was the story with that?
Absolutely. So played with Celine, the section designed by 𝓲𝓪𝓵 and powered by Monarch Scion and Renaissance Carnival. Just want to say a huge shout out to them. They put everything together for us and, just made the process very easy, the pickup process, the Juve process. So huge shout out to them. The costume it was different blues, turquoise, purple, pinks, all my favorite colors. And it was gorgeous. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. And I wore frontline.
Ooh.
I wore frontline. I said, it's the first carnival in how long? I'm going big.
Like,
there's no... There's no small feathers. There's no just body wear. No, it was go big. It was beautiful though. Like the composition of it, like a huge shout out to the production team. Like it's crazy just to think of how much work goes into doing this for thousands of people. And again, so a huge shout out, but it was beautifully made. I want to say that I have that full costume. I was able to take it home to its entirety.
Listen. So I have a question. I have
Yes.
a question about that because, again, all the carnival chasers, we've always seen them. Those ladies in the airport, they buy customs, they buy immigration.
And they're trying to, even on the
with
plane,
the
they're
big
trying to shove the feathers into the.
How does that work? How do you do that? Is it a difficult task to bring these costumes back home?
You know what? A lot of these designers have, they're thinking about us now. They know that we're not local. And so they've made them very easy to take apart or to bend and fold. And I appreciate that. Some even make it so there's parts that you can take apart, right? They tell you to bring a garment bag, especially when, you're coming on a plane. Very smart, very great tip. If anybody is going to a carnival, please just do that if you want to take your backpack home. It's very hard when you have to try and shove it in that compartment on the plane. But you know what? Mine fit, and I was able to take it home. Usually I put them up on my wall. That one, I haven't been able to yet because my ceilings are too low. So I have to figure out a creative way to put it on my wall, but it will end up there.
Okay. Wow. That's really interesting because there really are a lot of people who take their costumes, like leaving Trinidad after Carnival, you're heading back to New York, you're heading back to Miami, and the whole plane, there are feathers sticking out from where all the luggage is supposed to be. And I'm trying to put my suitcase in there because I don't personally travel with the feathers. So I'm looking at them and I'm like, where are you going with all of this? Like, what's the end goal? Are we taking it home to, just look at it every day and relive the moment? And reminisce, or do you recycle? Like, do you wear back the costumes again in other carnivals or like other effects? Like, do you ever do that?
No, I haven't done that, but I do use them. Sometimes I do shoots here in Toronto, or they might just to have something different, right? Because we've already seen all the Toronto costumes. So when you do a shoot and you have something a bit different, it's nice to kind of bring out and just it's like a memory. It's a nice memory to have.
Yeah. Now, I mentioned that she is, Fingal, I'm not sure if you know, she's actually the face of the festival for Toronto Carnival. So, she's a big deal. This is superstar,
Carnival royalty in the building right
now. So, can you tell us a little bit about, for those who don't know, who are not from Toronto, what exactly does that entail? What was the process for that? They obviously have recognized you as a Carnival Bae. So how did you get involved with something like that? And then what are your duties now that you are the face of the festival?
And I'm excited to hear about this because I have actually never been to Caribana as
Oh my
yet.
goodness.
Ooh.
I've
I think next
never
year,
been.
if you can make it, I'd say next year would be the year to come because it's that comeback year, just like Miami, right? So I think it's
Miami,
going to be
yeah.
huge. It's going to be huge.
So tell us, I'm listening, I'm taking notes. Let's hear about Toronto and Caribana.
For sure. So it's okay. So got involved with the Toronto Carnival 11 years ago. Actually, I started modeling on stage for all the band launches, and there was a point where I was doing 3, 4, 5 band launches. So it was crazy, crazy, crazy busy. It was like photo shoot, band launch, fake photo shoot, band launch, straight for 2 months. But I just love being in costume and just that vibe. It's crazy. It's unmatched. So 11 years. So fast forward this year, they actually Toronto Caribbean Carnival committee, they put out, a contest on Instagram to say, we want a face for the face of the festival for 2021. And I was like, okay, like, I've been doing this for a while. Let me try out for it. So, you posted up a photo, you told them you made a video and sent it in and said, hey, this is why I want to be the face of the festival. And I got chosen. And it was a little anticlimactic for a second because I said, well, it's a year of COVID. What's going to happen? I can't really, advertise, or I can't really be on the road. So it was different for me, and I didn't feel the most excited at the time. But it turned around, in a way I never expected. It was very different. There was obviously no road, but what they did was, something called Carnival Flavors. And they gave every band in Toronto like a day at a patio. So, each band could advertise and bring out, their following and have, females in costume and create that vibe of carnival in whatever way they chose. And it was something completely different and unexpected, but it worked. And it brought in, so many different people who have never heard of Carnival, people who missed Carnival. So they all got to enjoy in their own way, and it kept that spirit alive. And then for the Caribana weekend, what they did was a weekend at a mall. So they had a food truck festival, and they did a 3-day festival where they brought up artists. They had, soca entertainment classes. They taught steel pan. Like, there was so much going on just to try and keep the culture going, right? So it was really good. I went in, I think I had on 3 or 4 different costumes over the weekend. It's funny how there was no festival, but I actually put on more costumes than I ever have
On a
in a
regular.
year. So I was beyond happy. You can see the smile on my face. Like, it was amazing, and it was just unexpected, but it was a surprise, and I'm blessed that I had this opportunity. And all it is now is to take it and move forward and see what we can do to better next year, right? Because there's always little comments that that we have, and we can always improve for the next year. And especially with this being like a comeback year, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And
I think I'm actually gonna have to make my way over to Toronto because
I think you should. I think like, I think it's going to be
forever
huge.
and a day since I've been back to the city. I still love Toronto at heart, and there's nothing like a Caribana. And I feel like I'm gonna have to balance out. Maybe fly in, do Caribana, fly the crap over, the next day.
Right?
But I need to have the best.
I'm going to have to attempt it somehow.
Yes.
So since you had 4 costumes, the last one, right? So, like, could you spare one for me, and maybe you just do 3? I could do 1, and we could be out on the road together.
You know what? I think we could fandangle something. I think
That's a pretty fair deal.
we could put a piece here and there and figure it out.
I really just need a wristband, So I mean, if that easier, we could work out something. I will message you after.
Absolutely.
Right.
I will be there. I'm very excited for it. Toronto is I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just huge. It's huge, and it's so many different cultures come to Caribana or come to Carnival in Toronto. Sure. So I don't know. It's one not to miss. Like, I don't want to miss it next year. That's one of those things. I don't want to miss it.
Well, you guys heard it from Carnival Bay herself. Do not miss Toronto Carnival 2022, and she will be back with us 2022 Miami Carnival.
I
She's
will.
not missing that either.
I'm
Carnival
not.
Babe, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
Nothing but good vibes. Continue to keep doing great things and keep pushing the culture. And I'm sure that we will see you sooner than later.
Absolutely. Thank you to Duke and Dame, and thank you to Michelle Minotti and Kara. Thank you. Aaron, thank you. You guys have an amazing evening.
You as well.
And thank you,
Bless her,
GenX.
bless her. We'll see you soon.
Bye. So we have an exclusive recap video from the road. Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
I ready.
How ready are you? I need you to be ready. Like, how ready are you?
I am 100% ready, but I'm even more ready for the people who missed Miami Carnival for whatever reason to get a little snippet of the vibes and the action on the road with the GenX team, of course.
Okay, let's go. So I may or may not have played the wrong video. So I'm gonna just wheel it. We'll just backspace.
Yeah, man.
We'll just go back, and I'm actually gonna play that one. Y'all didn't actually see that. So here comes the road video. Let's hope that I click the right one this time.
Girl, let me see me in the place where touch me. See me in the place where touch me. Girl, you're about when them can touch me. Can't believe until I them get touch me. When them girl get a taste, them coulda swear 𝐏𝐑𝐪𝓵 sponsor me all night. Girl get wicked at the knees, my flavor right feels so sweet all night. Oh Lord, my kind of style she like. She said my kind of style so sweet. Oh Lord, my kind of vibe she like. She said my kind of vibe so sweet. She said take control like you belong. I rough it up like when the cops come. Afraid that I make it so now I slow down. And she said increase the speed up and I cruise one time. She said she never feel this kind of loving in she life, oh Lord. She feel like it's the sign of the time. Well baby girl, if this is the last day of your life, you want we go down in a passion of vibes. When them girl get a taste, them coulda swear 𝐏𝐑𝐪𝓵 sponsor me all night. Some girl get wicked at the knees, my flavor right feels so sweet all night. Oh Lord, my kind of style she like. She said my kind of style so sweet. Oh Lord, my kind of vibe she like. She said my kind of vibe so sweet. She said baby put it back there, baby put it back there. And she said baby put it back there, baby put it back there. So you know I put it back there, baby put it back there. And so you know I put it back there, I put it back there, I put it back there, back there. Sweeter than what diabetes would do to your life. Sweeter than what sweeter like the shoot up in the night. Grab you like a piranha, we hook up on a line. Too little like go, I guess you never see the sign. Sweeter than a glass coke. She say our hook, she like a spranger in the street, looking for a last stroke. Not one word spoke. Silent and deadly, me say don't choke. She don't choke. When them girl get a taste, them coulda swear 𝐏𝐑𝐪𝓵 sponsor me all night. Some girl get wicked at the knees, my flavor right feels so sweet all night. Oh Lord, my kind of style she like. She said my kind of style so sweet. Oh Lord, my kind of vibe she like. She said my kind of vibe so sweet. She said baby put it back there, baby put it back there. And she said baby put it back there, baby put it back there. So you know I put it back there, baby put it back there. And so you know I put it back there, I put it back there, I put it back there. Hey, so you know I kiss you what she love, kiss you what she love. You know I kiss you what she want. You know I kiss you what she love, kiss you what she love. You know I kiss you what she want. Hey, so you know I kiss you what she love, kiss you what she love. You know I kiss you what she want. You know I kiss you what she love. Hey, you know I kiss you what she want. When them girl get a taste, them coulda swear 𝐏𝐑𝐪𝓵 sponsor me all night. Some girl get wicked at the knees, my flavor right feels so sweet all night. Oh Lord, my kind of style she like. She said my kind of style so sweet. Oh Lord, my kind of vibe she like. She said my kind of vibe so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet, so sweet.
And we're back. Listen, I don't know about you, but I was whining in my chair and I could
That's
not
what we're
help
talking
myself.
about. That's what we're talking about. No, people at home need to see what they miss now, so they know next year where
Don't
to
miss.
be.
Yes.
Come October
Book
time,
it.
we will be
Just
back
book your flight
and
from now,
better than
guys.
ever.
You'll probably get it way cheaper if you just book it. You already know what the date is. It's October 10th, Columbus weekend. Just book your flights from now, put in your Airbnb, and organize yourself. Put aside your costume money, figure out what friends you're rolling with, and just make a plan because Miami Carnival weekend is the only place to be Columbus
Come
weekend.
on, if you have some extra miles, you know you might have some JetBlue miles they left back. Try something. If you have a couch you could crash on, call your friend from now. If you call them from now, they can't say no. Nobody
Exactly.
know who's sleeping on the couch next year, October. So you book it from now and you organize yourself and everything will be all right. You come down and we enjoy ourselves, man. GenX. You see it for yourself and now you're going to be there with us next year.
It's just prettiness. Like everything's just pretty. The people, the feathers, the colors, everything is just pretty. Now, I'm excited to bring on our other little guest here who I've actually been having. He's been backstage for a while, and I'm sure when he comes on, he's going to say, guys, really? Without further ado, bringing to the screen, we have Sir Pennington.
Hey guys, what's going on? Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3.
Mic check, 1, 2. Finger
With my
going on,
brother, boy.
Yay!
You see my?
What going on? Right now, I'm
You,
just chilling outside, bro. I'm outside. I don't think I'm going home. I love Miami Carnival so much, I'm not going home.
so
I'm
you're
still
still in Miami, boy?
Yeah, I'm still in Miami. You see the palm trees, bro? I'm not going home right now.
What? Where is you on South Beach right now spending money?
Oh my God. No. Somebody's spending the money. I'm just eating on their money.
Ah, boy. That's what we're
Ooh,
talking
that
about.
good life. That good
Okay.
life.
How are you all?
We are doing great.
I
Well,
love
I'm
it.
speaking for Aaron as well because, he's in Jamaica, so I'm positive he's doing great.
I cool for the hour, man. I cool. I living my best life in Jamaica right now.
Living the best life.
I get ready to head back to Trinidad soon, but for now, we in Kingston. We enjoying ourselves. Man, a yard, man. Rasta.
Man, a yard, man.
Way. So, Penny, you
Yes.
were with GenX for both the road and Juve, correct?
Right.
I want to know. So we've kind of talked a little bit about the experience on the road for Carnival, and we've just shown a video of just the epicness on the road. Tell us about Juve. You are a Trinidadian. You have done Juve in Trinidad. You have done Juve in a bunch of other places.
No. Hold on. He has his own Juve band. You have to put some respect on my brother.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Please.
I actually did not know that.
Big up the
Please
Juve
educate me.
Jumbies team. He's a Juve connoisseur. You're talking to a
Oh,
professional.
Correct is right.
okay. That was my fault. I do a lot of research, and that one might have just gone under the radar. But talk to me about your Juve band, and then we can go into Miami Carnival, Immortals Juve. What was that experience? First Juve out of Carnival, out of the pandemic, really.
All right, man. Nice to meet you. Now, Juve for me was literally one of my favorite things because I love Juve more than anything else, right? So for me, what I look forward to the most, all right, guys, was Juve, and seeing the people and being in that atmosphere once again after so many months of being locked up, being in lockdown, being in quarantine, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of an unexplainable feeling, to be very honest. And to me, I just kind of wanted to see how people would have reacted in that environment. To me, I didn't know if people would hold back or if they would go all out because it's Juve and it's been so long. But for me, what I saw was from the jump, nobody was holding back. I think people just did not want to take that moment for granted. So everybody from the jump went ham. They went hard from beginning to end. Everybody went hard. And it was just so happy for me just being there, seeing all of this take place. And I don't know, boy, I was just blown away by the vibes and the energy that everybody was bringing at that point in time. So Juve for me, especially this one, is one I would never forget. Like I would not forget Juve because it's been so long. I love people. I don't mind the pretty mask. The pretty mask is beautiful. I love it. We have to love Carnival, but you
Mhm.
see Juve, Juve has a special place in my heart. So
So you
that's what
like to
this is.
behave stink and dirty is basically what you're trying to say.
Yeah. I like to be a little dirty. I mean, I didn't want to say that outright, but that's basically what it is.
So you're saying you're a dirty stink man then?
Yeah. From time to time,
A dirty
when
stink
it's
red man, that's way.
I honestly I light brown. I don't know if people know, but I light brown. Fingal is a red man. I light brown.
I mean,
Yeah, so
y'all are
you
pretty
know what they
close.
say.
Oh wait, hold on. I have a big truck blasting some music here.
You
Living his best
Penny,
life in Miami.
Penny, you giving me a kind of I never coming home vibes, eh?
No, but I don't know yet. I'm not sure. But I'm missing Trinidad too bad, so I must come home at some point in time.
But we have to have a Trinidadian Christmas. Like we have to go home for Christmas at least.
As
Penny,
fun.
right now, it's given migration kind of
Yeah.
vibes. You're giving me a
Relocation
migration
to
energy.
South Florida.
Migration kind of. I've never missed a carnival at home. I've always been home for carnival. So hear me carnival now. Christmas. Only I'm thinking about carnival. Christmas. Right? So I think I go down for sure. December at some point I will be home.
We have to eat a pastel, man.
Must eat a pastel, a
And
little
drink
ham
some
and hops.
sorrel and punch of creme and all the good things.
Yeah, all that good stuff. You know me.
So, friends, what is your favorite? Okay, what's your top 3 songs from Miami Carnival that got your foot moving and your waistline, swinging?
Oh my goodness. All right, my top 3. Number 1 would be, all right, I'm not putting them in any order. Just saying that out front. So,
I know where he going already.
Warming Up, Adamo. That is one. That
Carnival
song
Bay said the same thing for hers.
right? Number 2 would be Lyrical, 𝐏𝐑𝐿𝐹.
Oh God, that's my song. That is mine. That's the day. That's mine.
Right? And my number 3 is a hard tie. It's a hard tie between that Temptress I don't have is my tune. Well, was my tune is my tune. Between Temptress and the GBM
Oh,
Dong
Dong
That
Day.
is what I show. That is what I'm saying. Come on.
Lucci came really, really good with that track, boy.
I find GB sneak up on me with that.
Yeah. He jump out. He jump out. That song is very bad and it has longevity to it. That song is going
Correct.
to be played for a
Like-
very long time.
I need people at home, people everywhere to get familiar with that song. I know it's like about 3 or 4 months old, but I know I saw the Carnival calendar for 2022. So I
Now,
hope that
how
everybody gets
real-
familiar.
How real do you think that carnival calendar is? Because I looked at it and I'm like, are all of these things actually happening? I immediately got anxiety because we just came out of the pandemic. We're barely out of it at this point in certain places. And I saw like 40 carnivals. And I immediately was like, I don't know if I could do this. I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at it. A lot of people were like, people having hope for Jamaica's Carnival. I having hope for Jamaica Carnival. I love Jamaica Carnival.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So all the carnivals I actually see on the list, I really do hope that it happens because I would like that for me and for everybody else that loves Carnival as much as I do. I think we need it. Oh my goodness, we need it.
What I will chime in with and say is, I, like many people coming into Miami, I don't want to say I was nervous, but I didn't know what to expect exactly. I was like, well, boy, we ain't come out in a while.
Yeah.
People going, and Penny said that about Juve. Are they going to break a little bit?
Yeah.
They're going to be full 100 in it. And after going through a full Miami Carnival, I ready for anything. I am ready for the next one. You send it. We coming. Me and Penny, we there. We coming.
We coming.
Come on, we there.
So you guys are officially outside. Well, I mean, Penny, real outside right now. He not coming back to Trinidad.
Literally. Absolutely outside. Look, bus passing and all.
Nah, I in Jamaica. Jamaica curfew is in 15 minutes, so I inside.
Oh,
But you see,
from
yeah. They still have the little curfew here. I believe that they got a little bit more lenient as of this week. I think the Prime Minister made an announcement yesterday.
okay.
So like they had a full whole day curfew on Sunday. I think that's gone. Jamaicans, if I'm wrong, forgive me. But we had a little curfew still, but we semi out and bad.
Yeah.
But I'm going home next week, boy.
Well, warm up Trinidad for us. We're on our way. Bars are open now as of Monday, right?
As of Monday,
Come on.
yeah, I heard that.
That's why I don't is not going back.
I heard that. I given them a few weeks. I want to see how this whole thing transpire. Like I want to see what happens in the next 2 weeks after Monday, 2 weeks from
Mhm.
Monday, and then I'll say exactly what's going on. But I will
You'll
be home
decide
by
if you
December.
will return to your homeland or if you will
Yeah,
just,
yeah, yeah.
officially say I'm a Floridian.
I am trying to figure out how to go back home after this. Like to a lockdown is what I'm referring to. You know, it's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard. It's very hard.
But in fairness though, I think that a lot of us need it because we've been on the road since August with Vibes at Boise. It's been back to back. I think that the break
Yeah,
of being home with family and kind of catching ourselves again, recharging, and then jumping back out in the new year, I think it would be necessary and good for everybody's mental health as well. So we kind of look at it like that and reconnect with who you haven't seen before curfew, before 9, 10 o'clock. So
yeah. Yeah,
okay, so
to the folks at home though, to the folks that may not have had the opportunity to come out to Miami, um, I know it's very difficult. Some people, we had the opportunity to come out and Vibes and Voice, see Fingalbin, Jamaica, here, there, everywhere in the last few. You know what I mean? We had the opportunity to get that refresher in a sense. I know so many people haven't had that opportunity. So I really hope everybody at home is holding strong and holding
mhm,
on and doing what they need to do for their mental health, because I know that was really for our mental health. That was a help for us. So everybody else, I really do hope that you're holding on strong, and soon, hopefully soon, we have to keep fingers crossed that things will open up for everybody and we could all enjoy that freedom together, you know?
I find
yes.
this pandemic thing had to rest up now, man.
Rest boy.
I find like oh god. Yeah,
Just
we
ease
get
it a
a
little
year
bit
and a
now.
half.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy, it had to rest up.
Get your shit and go now, go.
we fed up. We fed up. We fed up.
I
We fed
fed
up.
up, oh
Heck.
god.
So, guys, both of you guys again were on the road with us for Carnival. So, what the thing that stood out to you the most with Gen X? Why people they've seen the videos, they could kind of catch some vibes through that. But Penny, what is the one thing for you playing on the road with Gen X that made you say, "Ah, boy, this was it this year. This is it."
To be most times, I look from it as I look at it from a video perspective, right? A videographer could choose specific shots to show how good something was. They could kind of tailor the experience visually for people. And sometimes you could see that. Somebody could always say, it didn't look that good. But then you see a video and the video look like, wow, that was the greatest thing in the world. I would say from this experience, from start to finish, it was top line. Like everybody, the energy, the atmosphere. I felt like literally, I just felt like I was home with everybody I know, and everybody was just enjoying themselves as one big family. It was like one big Gen X family. So, if you honestly want to come together and enjoy that experience and have nothing else, like forget all your worries, forget all your stress, come and play with Gen X, and you'd understand that vibe, you'd understand that energy. You'll see, don't take my word. Come next year and feel it for yourself. That's all I say. I'm sure about that.
I love it. Fingo, what about you? What's yours?
Well, I definitely agree with everything that my brother Penny would have just said. For sure, you had to come out and experience it yourself. Just getting back on the road for the first time is just such a euphoric experience. But one of my favorite things that I believe was well done and well put together by the Gen X family would be the DJ selection, in particular the mic men selection. Having Major Penny and Aaron Fingal in your band is guaranteed vibes. Like you could not get any better than that. So I have to say hats off to the Gen X committee for selecting,
Yeah,
hand,
yeah.
hand picking the best DJs in the world for the band now, boys. So I feel that is a day.
Yeah, man.
And I look forward to being back on the road again.
You know, and as Fingers said that it was nice to see Patrick and to see Just Jay and
Mhm.
just to see all our brothers we haven't seen in so long, and everybody
I
just
actually wait. Let me just pause, you guys. I actually have one of your brothers here as well. That's going to be joining us. So I might as well bring him on now while we're talking about family.
say no more.
Let me add him on here.
Let me jump
What?
in. Let me jump in.
Oh,
Hey!
yo,
Slide in,
what
slide
going
in.
on,
Yeah.
bro?
are waiting in the backstage for so long. Oh
Okay,
God.
brother.
I hear. What's he saying?
I
Hey,
did.
Andre.
Hey,
Andre is
Andre.
here. Good night. Good night.
Andre.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night,
you
my
for
guy.
joining us, Puff. So we're just, going through our experiences from Miami Carnival, and we were just talking about it was so nice to see everyone. We've all been disconnected from that physical connection, seeing our industry family,
Yeah.
and being on the road and going to certain events. I was so excited to see you guys. My first event, I don't remember what was the first event I would have seen Fingal at, but I know when I saw Penny, it was Vibes with Boise. And when I seen you, Puffy, it was sometime in August as well. But it was just such an amazing feeling to be able to reconnect with you guys, because it's just been so long, and the energy was real, the love was real, and I'm just so blessed to be able to see you guys, even that you guys are here. You guys made it out of the pandemic, and you guys are able to be on the road doing what you love, and everyone is good, most importantly.
Yep. Yep. For sure.
Yeah,
So
facts.
Miami definitely had that energy, and I'm still recovering from it right now.
are you in Florida, or did you go back
Nah,
to Barbados?
I'm in Barbados. I am in Barbados. Glad to be
Okay.
here.
Okay, and speaking of Barbados, so you had Tipsy Carnival Friday.
Yeah.
A lot of people came out to that event. I want you to
Yes.
tell them firsthand, what you thought of it. What's your most memorable moment for Tipsy? Standing on that stage. What was Tipsy like for those that weren't able to be there?
Well, you would know, especially I was running between backstage and backstage constantly. So I'm not sure how the patron experience was internally for me, because I didn't have that. I was working the whole
We were
time.
working. We really were.
We were, and then when I wasn't doing that, obviously I was DJing on the stage. So it was just like, it was extremely hectic. But if you're not doing anything and you just floating around on the day, then it's gonna be your event, right?
I definitely
Mhm.
have something to say about Tipsy. Just let me know when I can see what I have to say about Tipsy.
Okay,
Go
the
go
floor is
go
yours.
ahead. Go ahead, Penny. Go ahead, and
No,
then I'll continue.
no. I sat with Voice and Travis, and we tried to map out, right, which events we would have loved to stay and actually party in, right?
Mm,
And Tipsy was literally in the top three events we wish we could stay and party in. Now
yeah,
I can say that because I was there for my set, and from the time people were walking through that door and they grabbed their drinks,
yeah,
that energy was so surreal. It was kind of like breathtaking because people came with the mindset to, okay,
absolutely.
I am going to have a damn good time tonight
Mm-hmm,
despite
mm-hmm.
whatever else. And our set was a bit early. And even as soon as people stepped through that door, Kara, I'm not even lying, finger and not lying, people was literally whining, sweating already. The crowd didn't even full out and people having a damn. Like I was watching and I was like,
Mhm.
Travis, I wish I could stay here and party. Voice perform. He left and he come and say the same thing. He was like, yo, the energy in Tipsy was real different. Like
Yeah,
that was one event we wish we could have stayed and party. So if you miss Tipsy, I don't know, boy. You're
and
just like me. It's pain.
that is the objective for every tipsy event. You know what I mean? Especially as somebody who has been doing tipsy from the first one. That's the objective, and twisted GenX, and we were able to execute in
Mm-hmm.
that way and transfer that energy from here in Barbados, from when we did it in Grenada to Miami. So I am extremely happy that energy was able to be exported, and people caught that vibe from the get-go. And the brand definitely represents itself organically. And Penny, as Penny said, he experienced that, man.
I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek for those of you who missed Tipsy.
We
Yeah, we go wine and jam again. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We go bet again. Don't fret no. We man must celebrate it. Yeah. La la la. Listen, don't stop for the love of kind, so don't stop for the love of jamming, don't stop for the love of bacchanal that we want. I getting on by for the love of culture, don't stop for the love of soca, don't stop for the love of carnival. We jamming on, keep jamming on. It's a freeness when we jam. Good vibes spread across the land. Feel it in we fans. Release the energy. To know what it means to it. Yeah, I don't know the history. Yeah, when they fight we don't, we just find our way. We not giving up, no. And it don't take too much for this line to form a session, yeah. Yeah, we just innovate when it comes to party, yeah. Yeah, the voice of Nelson and Shadow, Kitchener and Spoiler and Sparrow. Tidy band that I want to follow. You know we must celebrate. For the love of kind, so don't stop. For the love of jamming, don't stop. For the love of bacchanal that we want. I get to none.
Accurate. So accurate.
That was definitely the vibes.
You know what I particularly love too, like especially early up in the day, because I was doing social media for the most part up in the day, and just being able to like walk through and see other people and see how people were, you know, like all over, scattered all over the grounds and doing their thing, but still being able to be like, yo, thanks for coming, and just like interacting with each and every person that came through the door. Like that particularly, like that those moments were the dope moments for me. Because that I was like, damn, like you could see the energy and the support and feel the energy and the support from their hearts and from their, you know what I mean? So like I wasn't even dressed yet. I was there in tennis clothes and exercise clothes, walking about the grounds like normal, you know what I mean? Ain't a superstar thing. I was about the place, thing, and all kind of sneakers and all kind of things.
He's not lying, guys. He's really not.
Nah, but that's what it's going when you're doing your own event.
Exactly.
All right.
The best part of your own event is when it's done.
Nah, the best part for me, honestly, was like greeting people and just being like, yo, y'all really here to have a good time, man. But thanks for coming. I appreciate it. You know? Like, so yeah, man. So big up to everybody that came for real. For real. Sharisa Tipsy was a vibe.
Ooh, thanks for coming, Shari. Penny, I know that you have to get on a boat because you're going sailing because you live in Florida now. So I'm gonna allow you to leave.
I
because
appreciate
you're fancy, you know. But thanks so much for joining us and bringing the vibes as always. Hopefully, we will see you home for Christmas.
Definitely, we'll be home for Christmas.
Penny, come home now. Go.
I'm going back home.
Penny going to drink one of these here when he reach home for Christmas. Look.
Is Pedro's puffy pull out?
Boy, I drink one of these here just now. I finished the second half here just now.
Speaking of drinks, I have to plug our sponsor. I'm not sure if you guys have ever had this. So 𝓐𝓲𝓪𝓵 has a whiskey. It's salted caramel. Wait, let me turn it this way. It's very smooth. Now, you guys know I love a Johnny Walker. You know, I love a 𝓏𝓪𝓵 and all these other ones. But this, with some lemonade, is a vibe.
Whiskey's made me do things that I don't like.
Oh. Okay, noted. But Penny, thank you again. I'm going to finish up with these boys, but be safe and we will see you soon.
Thank you very much, everybody. We're going to link up Finger Puffy, my brothers.
Later, Penny.
Later, bro.
Bye. So Penny was actually talking about Juve, and earlier on in the segment, you know, Fingal and I had a little bit of a glitch situation because I was trying to play the Carnival video and end up playing the beginning of a Juve video. So for all of those that have been waiting for me to release the Juve video, I'm going to just give you guys a little taste of it now.
We all at the ground, yeah. We coming in. We ready to go. We gon' make them jump. We gon' make them turn up. We gon' make them wine. We gon' make them free up. It's different tabanca. In this sweet botanical, this carnival, I want you to find your way. Everybody on stage, Colorado. If you're coming down from the mountain, Colorado. When we with the beating in tongue, see me jumping on. It's a 𝓲𝓪𝓵 it's a 𝓲𝓪𝓵. You could see it go with the cosplay, Colorado. When the people tell you they cannot play, Colorado. Feel the spirit jumping in tongue.
Sorry, got caught up there.
Somebody in the chat like to see the selfie.
Oh,
going
I
on there?
see LL Cool Blaze in the building. Shout
Yo,
out to
Blaze.
Justin, another one of our DJs on the road for Juve. Killing the streets right now. Shout out Cool Blaze.
Big
you
up
know?
Blades.
Yes. Nothing but love for the fam. So, Puffy, we've been talking GenX Carnival experience on the road. What is your favorite moment on the road with GenX? Tell the people, what was your energy like? What was your vibe like for Miami Carnival?
My favorite moment on the road with GenX was bossy look brawling, calling on to name falling, Rasta. When we hit that segment, me and Just Jay, right? The videos speak for themselves, first of all. The videos speak for themselves. And I feel like most of the viral videos came during that segment. You understand? That segment was different. I ain't gonna tell you, like, because I didn't know, funny enough, I didn't know that all that was going on, you know, because I just enjoyed DJing so much, you know. I will say the truck was put together pretty well. You know, as a man, I love organization and I love when the thing put together properly. If the thing ain't put together properly, then I just get real vexed. And I am very fine with, you know, saying, yo, the thing not put together properly, getting in the Uber and getting back home.
We got
So
it.
I will say I was particularly impressed with how well put together the band was. And this is from the back end straight up until the actual day. So let me give GenX its feathers for that, because I've had a lot of experiences of people not having their stuff together, and I don't. As I told Tajay, I was like, yo, I don't do the road, you know. I am not a fan of the road. I's a man, I's leave Trinidad Carnival Monday without apology too. People look at me like I'm mad. I fly out Carnival Monday.
Because you are mad, but we love you still though.
It's fine.
But yeah, so if I have a good time on the road, you don't know it is well put together. And if it's one thing that I have to commend GenX for is for being organized and you know, setting up the infrastructure for everybody to do what they're supposed to do smoothly, you know, from the DJs straight back. So yeah, that little segment there with the zest and thing on the road.
Hey, and
that was my thing.
And
I remember
you see that segment? That was one of the few times that I wasn't like, because I was doing social media for my Digicel team in Trinidad as well, right? Big up Digicel.
Yeah.
Quick plug. But that was one of the few times I was on the road off the truck and I actually wasn't working. And I look up and I see in Just J, big up Just J family. And the Bayesian boys took it to our next place. For sure. So what Puffy's saying is all facts. And I was not up on the truck looking down. I was in the mix and I saw it myself. It was a big vibes. It was a big vibes. And I saw Cool Blaze say it before, and I'll just say it again, not to get too sentimental. But when you have two big, as I said, the DJ selection is one of my favorite things. When you have two big entities coming out of Barbados like Puffy and Just together in a combination. Come on. Where else you need to be in the world but GenX on the road? Come on, you don't get them things just so. The only other two big entities is Charlotte and Fingerland. That's it. And it's that. Come on.
Understand?
Come
Bring
on.
it down.
And it's that.
Bring it down.
Nah, it was real big vibes. It was big vibes.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
On top of that, GenX, I remember talking to Aaron about this, but GenX just had all the girls in Miami, dog. All.
Facts.
All the gal and them was in the band.
Facts. But again, you have to come next year to see it for yourself.
You have to be there firsthand to experience it. Jump with us.
Since Blaze is in the chat, let me turn around my hat.
Good vibes only.
Brother down.
Yes. Again, shout out LL Cool Blaze being rocking with us, always with us, always showing love, always showing support, doing his thing. Check out his brand as well, Good Vibes Only. He has some merch and things there as well. So, okay, what were your two favorite songs? You can't say, I feel like you're going to say Brawlin', because, which is technically Carnival Bay said it and Penny said it. So if you had to go two other songs, both of you, outside of that, what are you going with?
Me first or you first? Think.
You want me to go first? I'll go first. Outside of Brawlin', and big up Father Phyllis, he was there. Family again.
Oh, he was there and everywhere.
He was there.
He was there and everywhere.
He was in it. He was in the sauce. I would have to say, if I'm talking about my two favorite songs on the road, I would say maybe the GBM in my top two, my top three for sure. And I don't want to sound too cliche. I know a lot of people have different favorites, but yo, coming from Trinidad and them beating that backyard jam rhythm in my head for the year, and then finally getting to experience it on the road, not just the farmer nappy, but the whole rhythm, like the farmer, the Jaiga have a different energy. Then you go into the Patrice for the ladies, and then you go into the next, the happy place. It was just like, it was just, I just needed to hear it, and I finally got my fix of that rhythm on the road, and it was exactly what I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna box that rhythm in and the GB. That's my two favorites. Okay.
Mine is definitely 𝓵𝐿𝐼 and GB. Like Nucci just came with fire with that dung day. Well, Puff, what is your two?
I feel like those songs definitely took over the whole weekend. Penny's, I heard Penny give his 411, his couple songs, and he was definitely very accurate. If you attended Miami Carnival, it was definitely the GB down there. It was lyrical without 𝓵𝐿𝐼. Him and Spider smashed that rhythm out the park, man. Absolutely crazy. That I don't have that madness. Problem Child's Crocodile.
Yeah, that was big.
Madness too.
Father Phyllis, Brawlin' definitely went through. That Marsville in there. You love what too much. Girls love that one too. I think those were the main ones from that weekend. Yeah, that is it.
So I'm sure that those songs are going to end up carrying over whether Trinidad Carnival happens or it doesn't. If we're going to miss Trinidad, we'll go to Jamaica. If we miss Jamaica, we're going to go to Cayman Islands, and it's just going to carry because, again, a lot of those songs have longevity, and it's vibe songs, That Brawlin', I really didn't see that it came from left field. I was like, wow, this picked up.
And Brawlin' been out.
Yeah.
So to see the energy, transfer through the carnival, it was dope. Blaze talking about who paid
for that bam.
6 years ago. We talking about new songs.
New music. I'm sure he has a bunch of new things coming to hit us this December.
Oh yeah,
I don't doubt it at all.
He just dropped a ton of stuff on us too.
Yes,
That
make sure you
joke
guys check
already
him out
was
on
going.
Instagram as well at LL Cool Blaze. Lots of new music. Check out everybody. You know, we have to support each other. We have to, you know, we are a family. We are one Caribbean. Everyone just check each other out, support how you can. Even if you can't purchase something, Cayman Lit. Even if you can't purchase a Living Local, share the post. And maybe your cousin might buy a Living Local. You know, you can't attend one of Puffy's events, share it with somebody else. Make them share it with someone, you know, but it's important for us to support one another because if we don't support each other, you know, I really don't know who is going to do that. We have to stand strong as, you know, unity and a community and all of that good stuff. So as we get ready to end the show, what are your last sentiments? Miami, this is Miami Carnival recap. You know, we're talking 2022. We're back on the road again. We're back in Miami for Carnival. What do you guys want to say to the people as, you know, your last send off so that they can get ready to come next year? Fingo, you
Oh,
look like you have. Oh, I was gonna say Fingo looked like he had it ready.
you want to go, Fingo, or you want me to go? Well, he went first. The last question.
Okay, so Puff, you go.
I just want to say first of all to all the Caribbean people that attended, just all the people in general that attended the carnival. Good job, well done, and congratulations. Because I'm not sure if this is something that we paid attention to, but there was no major headline of anybody in any news station saying, oh, Miami Carnival was a super spreader, blah, blah, blah,
Correct.
blah, blah. We came, we fed responsibly, we got our tests when we needed to, we made sure that everything was fine, and we didn't put our peers or other people in danger. We did everything responsibly, and it was great. And we had a good time, good clean fun, good dirty fun if you went to Juve. And I will say that the actual in terms of getting in and them checking your tests before and your IDs, etc. Somebody said stop the charge back. With the IDs, etc. For you to get into the actual road experience, that was also very smooth. How many tents they had, how many spaces they had to go, considering the amount of people that did attend the carnival. I just want to say thank you so much and well done and congratulations. We did it well.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. It's very true.
No, for sure. I agree with everything that my brother Puffy just said. Just to tie back from before when we were talking about that kind of sense of reunion, it's the first time I see my brother in about a year and 3/4 in Miami Carnival. So it was real good linking up with my brother Puffy. Before we wrap up, I want to shout some of the people I seeing. Shouts to Cool Blaze in the chat with us here. Big up Odie and the team, the entire GenX team, the core squad that really helped put everything together, make sure I had my wristbands, make sure I had everything straight. I see in Damien in the chat talking about Dominica, and I had a big up my Dominica family. A lot of people don't know I'm half Dominican. So shouts to Damien and the entire Dominica team. I know he had a part to play in the Tipsy event as well. So big up them, big up the GenX team. And in our last words, just going off of what Puffy just said, a lot of people on the outside looking in were a little nervous about, you know, what to expect. And by all means, that is totally normal. You know, we living in a pandemic. And it's a tough time for all of us. But you could hear it firsthand from the people here. And if you don't believe us, believe my PCR test. I'm in Jamaica right now. Puffy is in Barbados. We left. We got our test. We was out the next day. It was safe. We had to get our tests coming in on the road before Juve, before Carnival. Everybody on the road, well, at least majority of the people who I was with had their negative PCR wristband. If you weren't on the road with us, you wouldn't have seen it. And you could only get that by providing your negative PCR test. So they did a lot to put in place for the safety of the patrons and the carnival goers. So big shouts not just to GenX, but to the Miami Broward Carnival Board.
Yes.
We may have some of them listening to us right now. I know Kara is a big part of the team as well. Everybody who played a part, big or small, you know, it was a safe carnival. And I was so happy to be a part of a historic carnival as well. The first one
Yeah.
back on the gates, you know. As soon as the gates opened, we was gone, you know. And we were there, it was safe. We back home and everything nice and proper. And we're looking forward to the next one. So thank you to the GenX team. Thank you to Miami Broward Carnival Board. And thanks for having us tonight again, man.
Amen.
Yes, thank you guys. Always a pleasure chatting with you guys. So thanks for joining me to, shed some light on what the experience was like and all the amazingness that was Miami Carnival. I think it's, safe to say that after coming out of this pandemic, this, we set the standards for what Carnival is going to look like in 2022. Like if we jumped out and this is the vibe, like I said, I'm a little nervous about what the rest of 2022 is going to look like. But we appreciate you on behalf of the GenX Carnival team. As you said, OD is in here, Kayla's in here. Shout out the whole back end team, the front end team, Tajay, Mark, Adrian, Matthew, the entire team. You guys did an amazing job. And we are so happy to have been able to have such amazing DJs and MCs with us on the road. Without you guys, it would make it very difficult for us to maintain that energy and that vibe on the road. So thank you guys for contributing to that space and bringing your energy and putting your best foot forward always. Like Ingo said, we had the best of the best on that cast. So thank you guys so much for rocking with us. And we hope to see you guys in 2022 back on the road with us again.
Time to drink some Pear Jack's Puffy.
You don't know. Bring your
All right.
whiskey, Kara.
Yes. I got you. I'm coming to Barbados soon. I'll bring you a bottle.
We did. Cheese on bread, we did.
All right, guys.
Bless up.
Travel safely and, continue to wear your mask and be safe, guys. And thank you so much to everyone who has been watching with us tonight. Let me remove. There we go. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in for another episode of Project Miami Carnival Recap. Big shout out to our sponsors, Michelle Minotti and Duke and Dame. Again, on behalf of the entire GenX committee, we thank you guys for rocking with us, and we can't wait to see you guys in 2022.